Am I alive? Here we go. Oh, let's try and get some more light. So this is the post-ride video. It went freaking awesome, guys. Had a freaking blast out there with Braden today. Learned a couple things. I'm not going to spoil it. Unfortunately, one really exciting thing that happened we didn't get on film, and at the time I was too engrossed in the thing to go get the camera. I was fine till like 2 minutes ago. I've been home a little bit now, but maybe 30 minutes. But now I'm starting to feel every single bump. Excuse me again. Did some talking with Braden. He'd like to kind of get into it. He's talking about getting his own four-wheeler now. Maybe a little smaller than the one I have, but still, you know, I could use that my size. He doesn't really need to use something that big. We learned a lot on this trip. I learned a humongous amount. We weren't up there too long. We maybe got up there at 2, got on the trail at like 2:15, and we were off the mountain by 6:30 or so. So not a lot of riding, but a fair amount of it. We had 2, 3 little problems go on, and I kind of think I talked about them in the video I'm putting together right now, but I'm not entirely sure, and I'm just going to kind of highlight them here. 1, we got stuck. It was bad. I didn't have the camera going, and I wasn't going to run back and forth and get the camera. But I mean, it was bad. The snow was over 2.5 feet deep. There was a lot more snow than I was thinking, even when I went up last week. They're just, I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, that road up there was drier than the Sahara's bum. Sierra? I don't know. The one desert's bum. 2.5 feet on the trails. I think where we kind of had to stop going up, I think off the side of the trail it was almost 3.5 feet deep. Still like wet, powdery stuff too, you know, cold stuff. But yeah, we got both bikes stuck. First, I was able to get mine out, the CF Moto. They're both mine. I was able to get the CF Moto out, but just because I'd never been in that situation before, I didn't know what to even do with the Polaris. And there's a couple reasons for that. The reverse four-wheel drive doesn't work like it should. One side is heavy on the front end, and the other side just doesn't want to do anything. So really, it's three-wheel drive. A hole had been iced over, and we got dug out in a pretty deep hole. That was pretty bad. And then, excuse me, the bike just, the tread on it, we didn't have enough of anything to bite. It was fine for riding around, but we could not latch on to anything, you know, pull ourselves out. If I would have known what to do after I kind of puzzled it out, we were probably digging those bikes out for about an hour. After I figured it out, we got that Polaris out literally from the same spot in about 5 minutes. Just, I ratcheted on the front brake, spammed the gas, had Braden shove the back end. I did a 180, told him, shove for all you're worth, dropped it in low gear, kept it in 4, and just whammied. Just slid right out like a dream. I tried pulling that bike with the other one. We tried digging it out. We tried pushing it. We could not figure it out. After we figured that, we were just able to catch just right and shoot up. And I'm really disappointed that we weren't able to film that. But like I said, we had our helmets off. We were sitting there trying to figure out what the heck, and it was my fault we had been in that situation. I'm not gonna try and, oh, Braden, never riding a bike before. No, it was me. I didn't recognize the signs. I got a little too arrogant, thinking that my bike could handle it and that the Polaris should be able to, just because of the weight. But yeah, I'm too used to the dry snow down here by my house, not that wet slushy stuff up there. I mean, down here, as long as that Polaris is moving, I can punch through 2-foot deep snow and just keep going, assuming four-wheel drive's going, because otherwise I stop pretty quickly. But down there, I mean, if you get sunk in, you just dig straight down. You can't do anything. And I didn't bring the snow shovel this week. I just brought a normal folding shovel, and of course there was snow. Yeah, that was the big thing right there. Second big thing. My Polaris has had a really bad problem with the battery. Something's screwed up somewhere and it just melts the battery. Was able to electric start, use the 4-wheel drive, which is really finicky with that battery. Was able to use all that. Perfectly fine, which really surprised me. Started right up, idled good, just sat there ready to rumble, 4-wheel drive, override, all that stuff. Right until we went to load them on the trailers, we shut off the bikes to kind of get warmed up a bit because we were pretty chilled out, and got the CF Moto loaded on, and I went to load the Polaris, and it wouldn't start. You could hear the battery just didn't have the oomph. So crap, the pull cord just has not been working lately. 1, 2, 3, nothing. Braden's over there. 1, 2, 3, nothing. Sorry, my eyes are closed. I'm just really tired. Finally, I'm trying to think how I can get my CF Moto so that I can just angle the winch just across the flat part of the trailer, so that I can pull that Polaris up on and kind of shimmy it from there. Son of a gun. I didn't say gun, but yanked that pull cord. That puppy just fired right up, ready to rumble. Boom, got it all loaded up. Yada bing, yada bomb, gone. For how much we rode, and we were riding pretty continuously, other than a couple very small stops, and our kind of lunch dinner stop. Excuse me. We only used maybe 2.5 gallons of gas, not even a half gallon out of the CF Moto, and maybe only a gallon from the Polaris. I put about that other half in, and it drank it up. So maybe, and a little more could have been used. So maybe only a gallon and a half worth of gas. That whole thing, not too shabby. Third big 4-wheeler thing was coming home. Braden was able to see it, which I'm very glad for. One of my ratchet straps had somehow loosened and was just hanging there. And I've had a lot of trouble with these ratchet straps. My pops thinks it's just me being stupid, which I guess it could be. But I had one of them brand new out of the package just snap. It wasn't even holding that much weight. It was literally just holding something in place, and it just snapped. I had another two do that same thing, even though they were super tight. No way they could, be kind of pulled down and loosened. They were just dangling. So I think it's something with the straps, but whatever. I bought a couple more today. We'll find it. We'll find out if it's just me or what. Yeah. The 4-wheeling video, I don't know. I don't know how long it is. That the camera died, and that's after I charged it, and that's, I think I got like 2 hours worth of film. And a lot of it, you can't hear anything. It's just the the camera on the helmet. There was a bit where I just set the helmet down and we just talked to the camera a little bit. But I think I'm gonna make it into just 2 videos just to shorten it up. So there's the actual ride. There's yesterday. My first ride packing. Sorry, I just got a text there. Yesterday, my post-ride packing of getting everything. Okay, this is what's going. This is what isn't. Yada 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 yada. So there's gonna be 2 more videos, right quick short together, and then that'll probably be it for quite a while. Probably like 3 weeks or so, at the very least. Oh, I don't mean to hit your nose. I thought that was the back of your head. I'm not stopping by any means, but I'm tired, and I don't really have anything else lined up to do. So this is just, excuse me, post-ride exhaustion is what this one's going to be called. I appreciate it, and I will see ya on the squiggity squack. See ya.